Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right. Now, this is second take. The first time there were some technical issues, so I think we've got it right this time. So welcome. If you're trading with us for the first time, if you are returning, you're welcome as well. Okay, so we are going to be looking to take some trades today. Well, I am going to be looking to take some trades. This is basically to show you how I take my trades, how I trade and how I take my trades, and some of the trades I'm going to be taking. Some of the trades I'm already in, myself and members of Generational Wealth Traders or Generational Wealth Academy. So what we're going to be doing today is basically going through some of the trades we are in and seeing if we can find some new trades or setups at least. Someone said you shouldn't be looking to take trades every day, to trade every day. Well, perhaps that's true. If you do not or cannot find a good setup, then you surely have no business jumping into a trade just for the sake of it. Welcome. Now, feel free to share the link with friends and family and enemies. Not that I expect you to have enemies, but you never know. Share with everybody who wants to learn how to trade or who wants to see how we do it here. Now, this is a harmonic pattern. That is one of the ways in which I trade. I draw, I identify harmonic patterns in the chart and trade them accordingly. Okay. So bear with me. Let me just, post the links out for others to join us. You do the same. Right, yo. Okay, now there was a question I was asked yesterday by one of the members of Generational Wealth Telegram community. By the way, I'll be posting the link there just in case you are not part of the Telegram group. So you could join us. We give obviously a lot of free mentorship in there. We give a lot of free mentorship in there, as well as I get to share some of my trade ideas. I get to share some of my trade ideas in there. We did have a profitable week last week, trading some of the pairs that we got into. There was a good trade on gold, if I can remember, which gave over 150 pips. And then there was another one, which I believe gave about 30 or so pips. I do remember the gold because obviously that was the major one. Okay, so let's just go through the charts today, and I would explain as we go along, how I get to find trades to get into. Now the question that was asked by one of the members in the community, in the Telegram community, basically was, how do I decide or determine what trade, what pair, what currency pair, or what asset, I'm sure he means, to trade for the day. And by that, I suppose, that would tell me he's more interested in day trading. Now, I am going to be sharing, some of the ways I find those pairs or assets for day trading, as well as for medium to long term as well. I would be explaining that, but in the meantime, let me just see if I can go through this, and I'll come to explain that. I want more people to get in first. If you are joining us on YouTube, let me know where you are chiming in from. I am reaching out to you. I'm trading here today from the UK, Manchester, UK. So let's know where you are viewing from today, where you're watching this from. There we go. Good morning from Manchester, UK. I'm sure there'll be some Mancunians joining us later on as well. Okay, so let's go. So this is one of the trades, we are in. This is USD CHF. You can see the harmonic pattern there. You can see the harmonic pattern there. That was drawn up, or at least it was posted in the Telegram group, yesterday. It's a bullish butterfly pattern. We tend to be getting a lot of butterfly patterns lately. That's another harmonic pattern. Okay, let me see. Let's do this. Just in case you don't know how to trade this. D is where you would normally get in. So we have the X, A, B, C, D, the different points of this harmonic pattern. D is where you will get in, whether it's a bullish pattern or a bearish pattern. The point D is where you'll get in. So if you got in here, you should be currently at about 2. If you got in here, let's say you got in here, just in case you didn't catch it at the very beginning. Let's say you got in here, you should be in profit by about 16 pips by now. At some point, it gave up to 30 pips, but it has since retraced. We can see this pulling back. If we have time, I'll be, showing you some of the price action signals as well you want to look out for before jumping into these trades. But let's just, quickly go through some stuff. Let's go through some stuff. Now, this is a bullish butterfly pattern. We have another one. This is a bearish Gartley. Now, let's mark this out. That is D. That is where you are expected to enter the trade. Let's see if we can get some nice color there. Okay, that's fine. I won't spend time labeling it so we don't waste too much time on that today. But just so you know where D is, where you are getting in, this is X, the beginning of it, X, A, B, C, D. Just like with this one, you have X, A, B, C, D. D, this is a bullish one, which is, still playing out. This is a bearish one. The D, it's over there. Now you can see it played out already. But what I tend to do, guys, even when the harmonic pattern has played out, the trade has played out, you know, the points are still very relevant. They're usually still very relevant. So these are, different points. You can see there are areas of interest, even if you didn't have the harmonic pattern, there are key areas on the chart. I'll be showing you one that played out. Hopefully I'll show you one that played out by, for those who got in at D, the price reversal zone, as we call it, and it would sometimes give you a second opportunity. So this one, for instance, you can see there was a massive drop. So obviously, if you were watching this, it gave 50-something pips in 4 hours, almost as though you would not have had time to even get in. But obviously, you can always switch over to, this is the 4-hour time frame. You can always switch over to the lower time frame, like the 1 hour, and get your entry there. But even then, on the 1 hour, we see here, there was still this massive candle on the 1 hour. Okay, so the move here on this big candle, even though on the 4 hour, we see it as a 4-hour candle, we can see it on the 1 hour that was more or less when it happened. All that move happened in 1 hour. So when you see such a drop like this, and wait for a pullback. Don't always think of jumping in straight away, because it might then pull back, and who knows, it might reverse. But on this occasion, it pulled back and then began to come down. It began to come down. Now, just in case you're wondering what's going on here, this is the harmonic. Let's see this. This is this obviously is a harmonic pattern, but you can see in the background, the harmonic pattern is overlaid with, overlaid on the Ichimoku cloud. Hey, so when I'm not trading price action, I am using Ichimoku cloud. I'll be seeking to explain, that later on. Because of the question I was asked, I'll be seeking to explain. I use Ichimoku. Let me just throw that in for now straight away. I use Ichimoku mainly for day trading. But for medium to long-term trades, I use, the harmonic pattern, which is the price action, which is price action really. I mean, the Ichimoku comes as a default. The Ichimoku here comes as a default with the MT4. So if you have the MT4, then definitely, you can get the Ichimoku. But the harmonic pattern, you would have to draw out yourself. I mean, you have to be experienced enough to identify what points to mark out. Let me do this. So this, harmonic pattern, which is like 2 triangles as it were, I had to mark out myself. You can see I can move that, as opposed to, the Ichimoku, which I cannot move. I can hide them, but I cannot move it as it were. But anyway, so we've got this one. This trade is still valid. It's still valid until at least we can see where I have my stop loss here. So the stop loss is about 43. Let's make it 45. And, that is an area I'll be looking to target, 126. If it gets to A, that'll be 155 more or less. So you can see it's a super duper risk to reward, better than 1 to 3. Just in case you've seen this posted on the our Telegram group before, when you get in at A, you will look to target, points where you have the numbers, so the letters. So if you get in here, for instance, your next target could be let's do this. Your next target could be here, B. Well, you can see on this occasion, X and B are very close to each other, so, but your next target should be here, then there and there as well. Now, from here to here is about 50 something pips. Now, to be honest with you, you don't have to let it get here. You can take some profit out of the table, once you are okay, maybe at 25 or 30 pips. Like when it got here, for instance, that was 30 pips. You could have taken some profit and let the rest of the trade run. So here we have X and B are close to each other. Whereas on this one, okay, I didn't mark it out. Let's quickly mark it out then. That's X, A. So that's A. This would be B. That's B. And that is C. Okay, so go back here. Let's go back here. So we can see X and B are close to each other here. So the target points are close to each other. But here, X and B are how many miles apart? About 66 pips apart. So X and B would not always be close to it. Oops, busy chart. So, oh my goodness, where are we now? Okay, so X and B would not always be close to each other like it is here. Sometimes X and B will be miles apart, so you could target them differently. So in that case, if you get in here, you could target this as your first take profit, if you're able to catch it. You could also then target, here, that is C, and then target D as well. So in this case, the X would be the stop loss area. That is where you'll be looking to get out of that trade. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, let me just show you one more. So we've seen this one. This one is still at play. We're still in the trade. Myself and members of, my copy trade members, I do, have some members who copy my trades automatically via a software. So this one basically has played out, but it's pushed up, and I'll be looking to analyze it later on to see if we can still get in or how we can get in. There is this one as well, Euro USD. That was the D. You can see it played out beautifully. Now, guys, come on. That is why I love harmonic patterns. You don't win all trades on your harmonic patterns. No, you don't. But it's a high probability setup, guys. High probability setup. I am excited that we do trade this at Generational Wealth, and it works like a miracle. Not magic, it works like a miracle. Okay, so this would have been D. This would have been D. When you get in the price reversal zone, and you can see boom, 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 big candles, massive candles. You would have gotten, that would have been a point to take profit. Now, it depends on how you trade these guys. It could be a limit order. I don't tend to use limit orders because, just in case it does not trigger there, or it triggers and goes the opposite way. But anyway, I'm going to play some music now in the background while I, send out the link to more people. I'm sure more people will love to join us. I can see there are some of you there. Thank you. My goodness, you guys are very, very smart and fast. You know what I always say. Hit the like button. I can see there are 2 people who have liked it so far, even without me asking you to. God bless you. God bless you. Yes, yes, yes. That's the spirit, guys. You know, this is a lot of effort. I cannot oversay this. You know, actually streaming, getting things ready, and offering some free teaching and mentorship, it's an effort. Now, the least people could do is just to show some appreciation by clicking on the like button, sharing the link for people to join in, subscribing, and leaving comments. I love you to leave comments as well. Leave comments as well. You know, to motivate me to do even more streams. We currently stream once a week now. Who knows? If there's much interest, I could increase it to 2 or 3 streams. After all, I trade almost every day. Hey, just a hint, guys, just a hint. So if you're watching, guys, hit the like button for me. So I'm going to play some music now, and I'll be back, you know, to do some more teaching and find some trades. We do want to find some trades. Now, just to also say that, you know, there are some, I'm going to be switching over shortly to Trading View. Now, what you're seeing now is the MT4 platform, which we trade with, you know, but I also mark out, you know, draw out and mark up my chart on Trading View. The one I usually post on, Telegram, you know, I mark it out, you know, on Trading View. This one is is on the MT4, you know, because I trade this account with my members, you know, daily. So we want to basically see it and trade it as it is, you know. That's why, you know. But I'll be showing you there are some good ones I've seen, some good harmonic patterns which are still ready to get into. I mean, obviously you can get into this one, you know. I'll be telling you when to get, well, I'll be telling you when I'll be getting into it again. I'm already in this trade. I'm some pips, you know, in profit, and I'll be getting into it again, you know, shortly. You know, if the depending on the price action. So let me come back, guys. Like I said, I have some brand new harmonic patterns as well, you know, drawn up on Trading View. There is one on USD CAD. There's one on USD CAD, which is for a sell. It's a bearish signal. But the thing is, we have the USD related news event later on today. By 1:30, you know, PM UK time, we have a USD. So I'll be careful getting into USD trades even before then. But I'll be sharing that. Let me just, you know, play some music while I, you know, send the link out to more people. Woo! I'm excited. It's going to be a great week, guys. It's going to be an awesome week. You know, we had a smashing week last week. For those who took the trades with me, you know, we got perhaps, well, at least almost 200 pips last week. You know, we got about 150 from gold alone. And then there was another one as well. Right here. Now, guys, just to say, I'll be offering to teach, to provide mentorship. I'm offering to provide some mentorship, free mentorship to one of the viewers today. So get ready, stay till the very end. Now we're going to be finishing around about 9:30. I know we usually finish around 9, but because there was some technical issues, we didn't come on time. So we'll be staying till about 9:30 or thereabout. And so stay till the very end. I'll be sharing with you those who, well, at least one person or maybe two who will qualify for free mentorship from me. Free mentorship. It doesn't get better than that, guys. Right here. I am excited because of the lives, my goodness, the lives that will be changed through Forex. I am one person who believes in, passing on the baton to the next generation of Forex traders. And to be honest with you guys, it doesn't always have to be, at a cost. It doesn't always have to be at a financial cost. That is why I have offered mentorship to people, lots of people in the past for free. Yes, I do charge. It's an extra stream of income, isn't it? I'm being very honest. Now, I don't come in a sly way. I don't come in a crafty way. I say it as it is. I do charge some people, but not everybody is able to afford, even though we are reasonably priced. Not everybody is able to afford, mentorship, as it were. So this is another one that played out anyway. So we can see here, this was another harmonic pattern that played out. This is the D. You see, I told you, you won't win it all the time. You can see if you entered here, it gave as much as 58 pips, or I don't know if you got in and came out somewhere, even if it was 20 pips or 30 pips, you got out of it before it pulled back. But guess what, guys? The way to trade this, that is part of my mentorship. This is what I did not know when I started off in trading. There are certain things I did not know because I did not receive proper mentorship. To succeed in Forex, believe me, you need mentorship if you want to reduce the learning curve. There are those who take 3 years to succeed, become profitable. Others take 5, 8, even 10 years to become profitable in Forex because they did not go or do it the right way. It's a new skill you want to acquire. It's a new profession, if you like. You need to be trained. I cannot overemphasize that. Now, it might be as though I am, I'm trying to sell something, but hey, call it what you like. But guess what? Let me just give you this free nugget. If you get into a trade and it goes into profit, you don't want to then let it come back against you and you end up losing that trade. I mean, if you got in, even if you got in here and it gave as much as 50 pips, why would you then lose all that 50 pips? That's money being lost. So what I would do, what I do advise, like I say, which I did not know when I was learning to trade, if you get in here and it's gone into profit, move your stop loss. If your stop loss is here, let's make this orange, let's make this magenta. If your stop loss is here, move it into profit, at least, you know, depending on how far the price has gone into profit, move your stop loss so that even if it reverses against you, you would not end up with a loss, but with a small profit. Profit is profit, guys. You know, so with this trade, you know, we got in, it gave us some profit. You know, my members know that they know to move their stop loss to break even. I mean, break even would be just slightly close to the entry, but as the price moves up, you keep moving your stop loss. As a matter of fact, at this stage, it's not stop loss anymore, it's stop profit, if there is such a term. Anyway, so we see here, it went into profit, came back and hit, it hit stop loss. You know, that was a tight stop loss, actually, if that was where it is. Let me see. Well, yeah. So the stop loss would have, the entry would have been here. The stop loss would be at X. You can place it a bit lower, but you know, that's fine. Let's just say X. Look at that. Stop loss of less than 30 pips. When you are going for how many? 100, or if you're targeting A, 120. Whoa, that is again better than a risk reward of better than 1 to 3. My goodness, let me come back. Let me send out this to those on my, let me send this to other people as well. Let them join us. We want the crowd in. We want to change lives at Generational Wealth Academy. That is why we call it Generational Wealth, guys, because lives are being changed. Right, yo. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure we'll find some trades. You know, there's no rush. With harmonic patterns, you don't have to rush. Prepare to be in the trade medium to long term, some days, maybe even weeks. But I'll be looking for some day trades as well. So don't panic. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on now. Share the links, share the links, share the links. Yes, bless you, Funke Oduta. I know you. Nice for having you on. Let's do this, guys. Let's get money out of the market. So bear with me, bear with me. Whoa, yes, 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 yes. Okay, come on now. There's some good music in the background. I feel like dancing. Woo! Come on now. Woo! Come on. All right, all right, all right. Share the link. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some, look for some trades. Now to do that, you know what I'll do? Let's start with let's start with the trade I was talking about earlier on, which is the USD card. A USD card, you know, a bearish butterfly. Let me share the screen. Let's share the screen. Right, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bearish butterfly. Okay, so I'm not quite sure if you can see this very well, but you know, now this is the bullish butterfly. That is a bearish butterfly. Bearish butterfly. And this is USD CAD. You see, I like to have I like to find, you know, my harmonic patterns on the 4-hour time frame, because the aim is to go for a lot more pips. The whole idea is to go for a whole lot more pips and, you know, not have to, you know, have the fear of missing out. I mean, I'm sure as traders, if you've been in a trading circle for some time, you would have heard of FOMO, F-O-M-O, fear of missing out. Well, it's applied to everything anyway. But when you get in a trade, when you get into trades on the 4-hour or higher time frames, you know you can capture some pips. For instance, if we are getting in here, if we're getting in here at D, we know we're going to be targeting B, we're going to be targeting C, and then of course A. You know, so you have miles to go, as it were. You're targeting A, you're targeting C, you're targeting the different letters, as it were, and you're targeting A. Now you can't, that's a lot of pips. Now, if you had placed your, when I post this and you see the pattern developing, you know you're going to get in there. Now, usually by the time I post this, you know, for us in Telegram, you know, we will usually be a few candles in. Why? Because I want to see that the pattern has developed and it's more or less ripe for the taking before I, you know, I post it. So this one, obviously, you know, we can easily get a pullback. You can decide to get in now or get a pullback. Now, hold on, guys. You know, because This is a USD related pair. This is a dollar pair, USD card. The thing is, we do have news today. We have a USD related news at about 1:30 UK time. So you want to be careful getting into, a pair when there's one of the currencies is going to be could most likely be impacted by news later in the day. So otherwise, this would have been brilliant. That would have been brilliant. Let's just check the risk to reward. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, so let's check the risk to reward. If you get in here, assuming you get in here, and this is basically where we are looking to take the final stop if it goes all the way. Like I said a while ago, it would not always go all the way. We don't win every trade. We don't make huge profit on every trade, put it that way. But guess what? This is the risk to reward you can see here is super. 4.79, a risk to reward of 1 to 4, almost 1 to 5. So basically you are risking $1 to get more or less $5. Let's just round it down to get $4. That is good. That is good. I'm surprised I'm speaking in terms of dollars. I usually speak in terms of pounds. Hey, where is my loyalty to the pound? What's happened to my loyalty to the pound? Now, anyway, look at this. So basically, if you got in here, even if you get in here where it is now, that would be the stop loss. The stop loss of about 35 pips or so. And this whole area would be the take profit. So guys, just note, this is how, when you see me post on Telegram, this is basically what, it means. You want to get in here, you can see the area of demarcation between that red or maroon area and the green bit. The area of demarcation, the line there is where you get in. And you are going in the direction of the green box. Just to explain it in layman terms, as it were. So that's how to take the trade. So basically, if you were to jump, even if you were to jump into this trade now and the news does not affect it negatively, it means you can possibly still capture as much as 140 something pips, if it goes all the way. So that's one anyway. That's basically the fresh one. The other one is the one I posted, yesterday. I think it was yesterday, Monday. So that is basically still going on. I do have some other harmonic patterns, which I will post in the Telegram group. Now, for some of you, you have heard me make mention of Telegram a number of times today. If you don't know what Telegram is, man, I could give you some blows. Telegram is similar to WhatsApp. Telegram is similar to WhatsApp, except that, a lot of business people, home-based business people prefer it for business. Guess what, guys? You can also make some free calls on there, some free phone calls. But anyway, we use it for business mainly, and we post, I do post my chart patterns and setups on Telegram. So join us on Telegram. I have posted the link on Zoom, just in case you are watching via, sorry, not Zoom, on Telegram. Sorry, what am I saying? I have posted the link to our Telegram group. Yeah, let me rewind. I have posted the link to our Telegram group on YouTube. Yes, that's the word. It's on YouTube, so you can pick it up from there and join us. Otherwise, if you do know me, reach out to me, or if you know the person that's invited you today, reach out to them and get them to send you the link to our Telegram group. Hello, guys. Hello, 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 Winifred. Hello, Dunama. Nice to have you on. Now, this is how we do it, at least. Well, on YouTube, I do this once a week. But with my team members, we do it like 4 times a week. So if you want to trade with us, that's how we do it. Okay, so let me go back to this. What I did say is that we're going to be looking to find some trades. We're going to be looking to find some trades to get into this morning. I know some of you are itching to make some profits. And in the process of doing that, I would also be answering a question which was asked by one of the members on the Telegram group, the general Telegram group. We do have the VIP Telegram group. Hey, yes. Membership has privileges. We do have the VIP group, but we also have the general VIP, the general Forex group. And the question that was asked, let me just read it out word for word, the way it was asked. The question was, hello, sir. Please, how do you determine what pairs you're gonna trade for the day? My goodness, there's some Americanization there. What pair you're gonna trade? Okay, let's find how to determine what pair I'm gonna trade for the day. While I do that, I'll play some music in the background. Get ready, guys, get ready. It's a beautiful weather today. It's a lovely weather today out there. I can't wait to get some sunshine. I think I need vitamin D from the sun more than ever before. Now, just to talk about vitamin D, they said some new research. Don't believe everything you hear. Some new research basically says that vitamin D, you don't get much vitamin D from the sun anymore. It's not as they once thought. And I'm thinking, is that line from the pharmaceutical companies wanting to sell tablets and pills instead of getting some from the sun? I say no more. Okay, so let's switch over to the MT4 and see if we can find some trades. Come on. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, let's go. Right here. Now, this is to answer the question. This is to answer the question, how I find trades, I am looking to trade, how I find pairs, currency pairs I'm looking to trade. Now, for those who are new to this, I know some of you are brand new to this. This is basically, Forex trading. We're trading the financial markets here. And, what you have in front of you here are candlesticks. We call them candlesticks. I'm sure you can tell they look like candles. Well, kind of. They look like candles. So if you consider this one, for instance, it even has what we call a wick, just like the candles you stick on the birthday cake. It has a wick at the bottom and the top, but anyway, we're not doing much of that today. No heavy teaching today. But these candles basically represent price. They represent price. We are on the 1 hour time frame on this chart now. We call it a chart, not a graph. Graph is for maths and other statistical entities, or what do you call it? Other statistical areas. But on here, it's a chart. Man goodness, even as I'm looking at this, there's an inverse head and shoulder which is playing out. Now, when I got into this trade, you can see I'm currently up about 40 something pips on this one. Yes, it's a demo account, but we do get into, demo. We do use demo accounts sometimes for some things, for teaching. But even when I got in this trade, I didn't get in because I saw the inverse head and shoulder, but it's playing out. So as a matter of fact, teaching point. Now, like I did say earlier on, for those obviously who are new to trading, because this is a long trade, which is a buy, you can see where the stop loss is. I have moved it into profit now already. So perhaps before, my stop loss would have been here. But because I went into profit on this one, you basically move, you drag, you just click and drag slightly above your entry, and you are now break even. So that even if this trade reverses against you, there is no way you're going to lose the trade. My. So now that this is pushing up, what do? We keep moving the stop loss along. Keep moving the stop loss along. And one way I would advise to do that is, I would usually go to the 15-minute time frame or the 5 minutes, to determine where to place my my stop loss. But let's use the 15 minutes on this occasion. There are various time frames. Like I said earlier on, this is the 1 hour time frame. You can see all those numbers there. Numbers and letters representing the time frame. It basically means, for instance, this being the 1 hour time frame, this whole candle is still forming, and at the end of the hour, it will close. Like this candle took 1 hour to form or paint on the chart. It closes and the next one opens. It closes and the next one, so on and so forth. Currently in the UK, it's about 9:29. So by 10 o'clock, this candle will close and the next candle will start painting. That's the way it works. So this is the 1 hour. Let's go to the 15 minutes. On the 15 minutes, each candle takes 15 minutes to paint. On the monthly, each candle takes a month. You know what I mean, so on and so forth. Now look at this. Let's go to the 15. So on the 15 now, this is where I have placed the stop loss. The way I normally would do it, if I'm trailing it manually, if I'm trailing my profit, if I don't want to close the trade yet because I want more profit, I would trail it. We trail the profit. I would normally place it, okay, you can see now before our very eyes, this candle has opened, this one closed because it's 15 minutes. So I would normally place my stop loss. I'll move it above, I'll move it below the current candle if it's a long position. And if it's a short position, I will move it, above. So where it is now is just fine. I mean, this is the current candle. This is the last candle. I won't bring it here because the price could then come against it and hit and close me out. I don't want that yet. So I'll place that here. Anyway, that's for another day. I thought I would just throw that in. Now, how do I find trades to get into for the day? Guess what, guys? The best way to find trades to get into for the day is to look at scan your charts. By that, I mean, you would scan different pairs. You know, you would go over different pairs to see what price action you have on your chart. Somebody once asked, what's price action? That's a question that is asked all the time. Now, price action basically is, simply put, price action is the action of price. That is what it is. Price action is price movement. How is that relevant? That's relevant because the way the price moves on the chart tells you what it's likely going to do next. You know, the way the price is on the chart tells you where it is going to go next. Now consider this. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you now that the price is going up. Each subsequent candle is moving higher than the next, or well, moving higher than the previous. So that tells you we are in an uptrend. The price is going up. The price is going up. You know, this is the currency pair we have here is Euro Aussie dollar. You know, they usually come in pairs. You know, it could be USD CAD, that's USD Canadian dollar. It could be pound Japanese yen. It could be Swiss franc. It could be New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. But this one we are on now is Euro AUD. You know, Euro Aussie dollar. So the fact that the price is going up now tells me that the euro is strong against the Aussie dollar. The euro is strong against the Aussie dollar. You know, so this pair is euro. Never mind my drawing there or my writing. I'm sure I can do better with a proper pen and paper. So this is Euro Aussie dollar. Those are the symbols. So the first one here, they come as a pair. The first one here is called the base currency, and this is the quote or the quote currency. So whenever you see the price pushing up, it means the first currency is strong, it's going up. If it was pushing down, it means the first is weak. Okay, so how do we find pairs to get into? Now, I know some people are saying, Francis, just get on with it. Tell us how to find trades for the day. No extra teaching. Okay, I'll do that. So let's go. So what I'll do is, the way I do it, I will pull up my market, we call it market view, sorry, market watch. I will come here, for instance, I'll go here, click on the view and go to market watch. It opens up this window. Now, I did say that we might be finishing at 9:30. Well, obviously that's not going to happen. It's going to be most likely, you know, going towards 10 o'clock, but that's fine. And I'm going to be choosing 2 people today to mentor for free. My. Woo! 2 people to mentor for free for some months. I don't know how many months yet, but I don't mean it's not going to be months as in till the rest of your life, for the rest of your life. We're looking at least 3 months mentorship, you know, for free. Okay, so I will pull up my market watch window and I'll basically begin to check which one is close to, you know, an area of value. You know, when the price is close to an area of value or close to support and resistance, that's usually a good place to get into. If you're going to draw up, you know, trend lines and all that on your chart, you know, an area of when it's close to the trend line, that's also a good place, to have to get an entry. Either the price has broken below or above the trend line. I know this sounds like Greek to some people. I know it sounds like Greek. Well, maybe not Greek. Let's make it Hebrew. I know when I was studying languages in the Bible college, Hebrew was more difficult than Greek. So I know this sounds like Hebrew to some. Now, guess what, guys? You can always join our free Telegram group where I give some level of mentorship. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because there is content going out there from me all the time. And you could gain something or two. Just to say, guys, Forex is one of the ways out of poverty. A number of people in developing nations especially have become financially free because they gave themselves to Forex. For some, it took some time. For others, it took shorter because they had mentors and it's working. So what I'll do is usually the person that asks the question in my Telegram channel obviously has more experience. So I'm going to be answering this, in such a way that, those that have some experience, even little experience of Forex, will be able to understand what I'm saying. So you pull up the market watch and begin to see currency pairs that are near areas of support and resistance or some key level. Now let's close this. I would normally go, if I'm day trading, I could go to the daily time frame. I could go to the daily time frame. And straight away you can see here, well, depending on how much you know, this is not too far off from structure. It's not too far off from structure. You would always have to look left. You can see it's not far off from structure. You'll be looking to get in around there. So I can't even remember when I entered this trade. I don't know if it was, I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It wasn't last week, it was yesterday. Now, guys, I'm teaching a lot all the time, and obviously taking trades. Sometimes I won't forget when I enter trades. That is not too good. I know that's not too good. But anyway, close to structure is where to enter trades. Let's look for another pair. Like I said, if you are day trading, you might not want to get in, you don't have to go to the daily time frame. You could go to the 4-hour time frame. A lot of day traders will start off on the 4-hour time frame, because you want it to be that, the market has room to move, as it were. There's going to be enough range for you to trade and get your pips and profit. Now look at this, guys. So obviously this whole area is structure. We're not going to go into that today. We're looking at structure here. So you are basically saying, price has found some difficulty breaking below this area recently. So I could have gotten here if I saw this price when it was here. I could have gotten here, which means I'll be in more profit now. But hey, I still got in there, and it's still good. It's still good. So let's look for another pair. Let's pull up the market watch again. So to get the market watch, you can click on here and go and click on market watch. Otherwise, on your keyboard, just press Control M and it will bring it up as well. Okay, so let's look at other pairs. Let's try, okay, so that's another one. So you can see I'm scanning the charts now. And by scanning the charts, I'm basically dragging them into the window, or dragging the pairs, the currency pairs, from the left-hand side here from the market watch onto the chart, and then having a quick analysis as to whether the trade is ripe for the taking. So this one, for instance, let's have a look at this. Okay, so fine, we can see it's not too far from structure, but does it mean you just jump in? Of course not. It basically means you would have that on your trade journal. Oh yes, I do recommend you have a trade journal where you basically, journal all the details, the necessary details of the trade you are watching. Some trades are to be taken immediately. Like there were some trades we took, straight away yesterday. There are other trades to watch because you want the price to come into the right zone first before you get in. You don't want to get in too early. If the boss has left the station, like I always say, you don't want to chase after it. You basically want to let it come back, or you meet it at the next bus stop. The bus stop, as it were, is where you would get in. You don't want to chase it. You don't want to run after it. So here it's close to structure. Price is close to structure. So what would you do? You would mark out what might appear to be support and resistance. You could say that is a high, a recent high. This is where the price is. You could place, let me make this some thick line, some solid line. There we go. Let's make it, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So you could say, okay, I need to be watching this area and that area. The fact that the price has come down, has bounced off this area, doesn't mean it won't go back. So you want to definitely have that area in view as well. And you might want to draw trend lines. A trend line might not necessarily be applicable here in a sense. So let's go to a lower time frame. Okay, well, a trend line could be drawn here then. Let's see. So obviously this is not detailed teaching, guys. I'm just looking to answer some of the questions that were asked. Okay, I mean, this trend line is not relevant in a sense. So, well, it's not relevant because obviously the price would have a long way to go. So that is not relevant. So this is basically what it is. You pull out one pair after the other and begin to do some quick analysis. I mean, the more experienced you are, the quicker your analysis will be, and you'll be able to determine if you can get into a trade, or if you're going to be watching it, based on what you put on your trade journal. Your trade journal does not have to be something sophisticated. I mean, it could be digital, which means it's on your computer or online somewhere. But I prefer to have mine on hard copies in the book. I have a trade journal as a book. Not a sheet of paper because you can easily chalk that. On a book, maybe a diary or something. It will detail the currency pair or the asset you're watching, maybe gold or German, what's it called, the DAX or the Dow. So it will have the currency or the asset. It will have the time frame of interest. If it's the 4 hour or the 1 hour, ideally you would have some bias as to whether it's going to be a bullish, it's a bullish bias or a bearish one. You will have it there, and perhaps you would consider what pattern you're looking out for, whether it's the head and shoulder, whether it's the cup and handle, harmonic pattern. You would determine that, or perhaps you're just waiting a break of structure, or trend line or something. So this is what I'll do with each pair. Now, that is when that is mainly when I am taking medium to long-term trades. That's when I'm taking medium to long-term trades. Most of the time, when I'm day trading, I would also scan different pairs or assets, but I might not necessarily be looking for structure and price action per se. I could just bring out my Ichimoku. Oh yes, I love Ichimoku. Now, those who knock indicators and those who knock Ichimoku, you probably don't know how to use them. Hey, I'm sorry guys, but that's the truth. Because some people will say, oh, price is king, I trade price action only, well, all the best. But believe me, people like us and some other people also trade using indicators, and we do very well with that. So let me just quickly show you. Okay, well, I won't be able to go through that today, obviously, because of time. I still need to spend some time with my VIP members. Okay, so I'll just be on here for a few more minutes, but I am trading throughout today. So even if we don't necessarily get a trade to get into here, guys, I want you to know that you can always, follow my trades, on what's it called? On Telegram. On Telegram, I have posted it there on the YouTube channel. So definitely, pick it up from there and join us, because you might find some trades to get into with us today. But let's just now quickly go over to Ichimoku. Let's see if we can get some quick trades now. Yep. While I'm doing that, I'm going to have some music in the background while I'm looking for pairs to trades pairs we can jump into. I'm going to have some music in the background. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay, let's go. Right here. I'm not going to be teaching on how I find the trades. Let's do this. I'm not going to be teaching on how I find the trades today anyway, because we just want to quickly now go through it and see if we can find trades to get into. But notice that we have the Ichimoku here. Those who know Ichimoku, I know it looks very busy, but obviously once your eyes are trained, to spot some things, you would not think of it as busy. Just like price action, once you are trained, your eyes are trained to spot some things on the chart, like engulfing candles and dojis and all that, you don't need to then, you would not find some things complex. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, apart from the Ichimoku, you can also see there are some balls here. There is the orange, is that orange? There is the white ball, and of course the gold ball. Let's call it gold. You can see there, they are custom indicators from Generational Wealth. We call it Precision Trader. GWT Precision Trader. You can see they give you an idea of what to do. The white is for a buy and the gold is for a sell. But obviously you don't just jump in. We do teach you how to trade them. So let's just quickly find some trades now using a combination of the Ichimoku and the Precision Trader. Okay. So what I'll tend to do, I'll pull up the market watch window. I'll pull up the market watch window and basically scan the charts. this would have been a beautiful trade. You know, there was a sell signal here. You'd have been about 26 pip profit here. But let's just scan the charts. Okay. You know, like I said earlier on, I'll be mindful of getting into pound, well, not pound, but mindful of getting into the dollar-related pairs today until after the news at 1:30 UK time. You know, so I'll be not be so much looking at USD pairs. Okay. So what I usually would do, I would, you know, go through some time frames to see if the trade is ripe for the taking. So as I'm looking at this, I'm also looking at price action as well. Yes, I can see through all those lines. I know some are thinking, you know, if you're looking for day trades, why look at the weekly? Well, yes, you can have a glance at it. You can have a glance at the higher time frames. So we've got like less than 10 minutes to go. You know, just to say, guys, be encouraged, even if we don't find trades here. Like last week, for instance, we did not necessarily find a trade. I can't remember now, but we don't always find trades, you know, during live sessions like this. But later on in the day, there'll be a setup that gives you, you know, 30 pips, 40, 50 pips, like the gold trade we took last week. We did not find it during this live session. It was after the session, I posted it in the Telegram group, and boom, gold gave us 150 pips. Not just, it wasn't in one day, it was over a 2-day period. You know, so don't be downcast for not getting the trades today if we don't. I mean, we could do with some pullback on some of these pairs. Okay. Let's see what we can find. We don't want to be stuck in some trade that is consolidating. I'd rather we find some pair today that will give us at least 25 pips, at least. Let's check the pound pairs. Let's check the pound pairs. Woo! Wow, look at that. I mean, this is not what you want to be trading, guys. Let me just, let's take it, let's have a naked chart here. And you see, there are some pairs you want to run away from certain times of the day or week. And that's the same pair, pound Canadian dollar. I mean, look at this. This is what we call sideways movement, guys. This is sideways movement. Price is moving sideways. Now, from here, we can see it was trending down. You know, from here it was going up and then went down. It went down slightly here. And guess what's happening now? It's just moving sideways. It's non-directional. It's neither going up or down. So this is kind of time you don't want to get into a trade. Well, unless your strategy allows it, whereby you want to sell at the top and buy at the bottom. But this is not what I want to trade. Come on. Right. Okay, guys, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. So as not to, keep you too long today. Obviously we've done a lot of teaching. we've done some analysis and all that. I have, also shared, let me go back to, I have also shared, some of the trades we are looking to get into, some of the trades we are already in. What I'm going to do is I'll take my time and find some trades for us, as it were, during the course of the day. But this is the pound, the USD pound. Sorry, not USD pound, USD CAD, that, I've drawn a harmonic pattern for. I did say, not to so much get into this trade just yet, because there's a USD related news later on today, but is to keep an eye on it, because I'm sure we would have a second opportunity to get in the trade, even if the news event moves this in the wrong direction. So that's how I'm looking at it. Okay, and we also are already in this one, which is in some profit, as it was, you can see there. So we'll leave it here today. Now for the mentorship, now for the free mentorship, I did say, I'll be offering some people, free mentorship for some months. I'll be leaving the details of how to, be mentored, by myself in the Telegram group. But one of the things I must tell you is you have to be one who is, subscribed to our YouTube channel. Oh yes, subscribe to this YouTube channel that you are on now. You also want to be part of the Telegram group, obviously, because that's where we do most of our transactions and our trading and all that. So be subscribed to the YouTube channel, be subscribed to the Telegram channel, or join the Telegram channel. Follow me on Instagram as well. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram. Now, if you don't have an Instagram account, well, that is one of the criteria. Follow me on Instagram. Do like, some of the videos. I'm going to be posting it in the channel, today. Now, today is the 15th. Today is Tuesday. So by next week, I'm going to basically, choose who those are going to be mentored, will be chosen by this time next week. So hopefully by our next live trading session, which is usually on Tuesdays, we would have chosen those that will be mentored by me for free, for some months. So the criteria, I'm going to be posting it, sometime today in the Telegram group. One of them is, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and obviously, leave some comments on the videos I'm going to be posting. It could be this one. Well, as a matter of fact, it could be this one as well. And some of our other YouTube videos, so click on the like, subscribe, leave comments, and I will tell you the rest of the criteria in the YouTube, in the Telegram channel. Those that will be selected, obviously, will be randomly chosen or selected by myself. So, hey, again, go to the link that I've been posted, on the Telegram group, and get the rest of the details. So I'm going to be continuing now the live session with members of the Generational Wealth Academy. So I like to say, bye to those on YouTube. Join us again on Tuesday next week, around about the same time. Hopefully there will be no technical issues, so we can start at 8:30. And I'm sure, you would indeed gain a thing or two. So catch you guys and see you soon.